Hey guys, it's Joe Blue back.
Let's trust the psychic. I can do better. Because I can, and let me show you why. Now, down here, we have someone saying you gotta stop blaming the kids and realize you're bad at the game, and then Joe Blue starts whining. Then we have here, because he should be forming a reputation against reputation of my argument, and Joe's then saying I have produced nothing but evidence. Now Joe thinks that because he's saying it, then it's an evidence. It's not. That's called anecdotal fallacies, Joe. Then we have here, correlation does not equal causation. Yes, but pattern can prove cheats. No, they cannot. Patterns can provide a likelihood for something, but it cannot be evidence of something. You need something else to provide that it's actually there, not just the pattern of it. People can aim the same way an aimbot can be aiming, technically. But further down, I want to do this one here. If patterns keeps happening and his English sucks, it always throws me off. And there can be only one logical conclusion for that pattern that is proof of cause of the effect. No, it's not. But he says one logical conclusion for that pattern. Okay, I was winning games consistently at 60 FPS 2 years ago. Congratulations. All of a sudden, I couldn't win games even with an upgrade to 240. Okay, completely irrelevant. This here with an upgrade to 240 FPS. This here can even be that your computer cannot handle it. Just saying. You can set the graphics too high to unlimited FPS. Like, there are so many things that can go wrong just for that. I haven't gotten worse from one season to the next. It is possible that you did not improve with the meta. People didn't just get better from one season from the next. So wait. Okay, Joe. Um, yes, they can. If you don't improve with the meta, then it will seem like people are improving altogether if they are following the meta and improving with it. Cheating is out of control in all games. That's a baseless statement. You have not proven anything for it, so this is your anecdotal fallacy. Go search about cheating for any game and you'll find so many complaints and proof of cheating in all games. This here is confirmation bias, that he wants you to do this so you can confirm that. He does not ask you to confirm whether or not it's actually true. He just says that you should do it to confirm it. Most of my deaths are now the result of being hit where I'm not, or bullets bending towards me and hitting me where I'm not. I have gone through that so many times that it's not even funny anymore. He's blatantly lying about this. This didn't happen for 2.5+ years ago. Apparently, just 2 years ago, he was able to win games. Now he's saying that it didn't happen over 2.5 years ago. What? Like, adding to lie about things? Logic dictates the reason for this change of not being able to win games, and a dramatic increase in sus death and place is and can only be because of cheating. Nope. I have literally added one extra argument for all these, Joe. Yep, to this one here. So there are more than one logic that can dictate the reason for these changes. But there is more than one logical explanation for these things. Like I just said, I listed all the possible logical outcomes, and I have chooses. The one is more is the most likely and supported the evidence. Now, saying I was winning games years ago, I am not winning games anymore. These are not logical outcomes for why you're not winning anymore. I haven't gotten worse at the game. People haven't gotten better at the game. They are still not reasons for why you are losing in response to all the logical outcomes and possibilities. This here is one part of what's it called? I don't know the specific things, but when you add things to narrow down what it is, that is what he's doing here in these here, all 6 of them. Like he is using these arguments here to narrow down to what it is. It's not a logical, it's not possible logical outcome, and he then have chosen number 7 as being the most reasonable or the most supported evidence of it. Here he is literally just like stating the different changes that has happened over time, not what the different reasons can be for why he's losing. Not at all. But that's what he's thinking. That's how he's arguing. So do you have this mythical other possibility that your just appear ignorance too? That you just appeal to ignorance too. Just because I don't know it doesn't mean the possibility doesn't exist. Like, why do you add this, Joe? This here is your mindset. Just because just because you cannot think of other reasons does not mean they don't exist. That is not called appeal to ignorance. That is called invincible ignorance fallacy. Or argument by pigheadedness. Argument by stubbornness, invincible ignorance fallacy. Just because you hear something and don't agree with it does not mean that is not a valid reason for why something can happen. If you do not provide realistic logical possibilities that also matches the evidence, you must concede to my argument. God complex. Because you, Joe, do not choose what is realistically logical and possible. You do not choose that. So I can simply say here, your computer cannot handle the graphics you're playing at. And that is why you are struggling to kill people, because your computer is struggling to keep up with what you're asking it for. I can simply say that. That is one logical reason. If you want to refute that, you need to bring evidence that your computer can handle it. To do that, you would need a full-on recording session that shows the different graphs, the different temperatures, the different stress levels of your computer together with the gameplay where you are whining about it. I have gone through so many of your videos, proven you wrong in so many of them, where you quote-unquote catch cheaters. It's so easy to prove you wrong, but you apparently decide what is right and what is not. If you do not, you will be exposed as a cheater. Not at all. Conceding to your argument does not show whether or not someone is a cheater. It just shows that you are performing invincible ignorance fallacy when you don't listen to what others are saying, and you will be blocked. That is your final response to that one. You are also claiming you're not censoring anything. Digital Plague. This is an older picture. You can see the date up there, 21st January. Lol, I'm not censoring anything. Complete liar. Your comments were helpful review. Like, I have proven so many times that Joe is lying. I got an entire folder with proof that Joe is lying. If we take another one, and if you remember, and if you focus on this invincible ignorance fallacy, Joe then also said, there we go. No honest person would engage in such fallacy. Last edited by Captain Blue. Like, he himself is saying you should not trust him. Yeah, there you have it. But it continues. I've been more than reasonable. No, you have not. You have not listened to what people are saying and taken their argument into account for what possibilities there are. You are just saying your argument is the only truth. But you are not providing actual argumentation, says you. You're just running me in circles and denying what I'm saying with no actual arguments to support it. This here is projection. You are doing that yourself, Joe. That's why there are so many disagreeing with you on your entire channel. Either provide this here is a fallacy in itself. You are claiming something does not exist before you are presented with it. So you're already saying, I will not believe what you're saying. Either provide this mythical possibility that has to logically make sense and match the evidence. Easy. We do that one there.
It's resting. There he is.
He's right.
Easy. That was loud.
Oh, the old fanny. Go on. Oh,
I'm fucking. I'm for no reason.
Oh, no way. He's got him up.
I'm going.
First off, listen. He said I'm lagging for no reason. He's not lagging.
I'm for no reason.
Oh.
And listen here.
He's got him up.
I'm going back. My game's crashed. I'm going like.
I'm going back. My game crashed. He was meant to say I'm going back to desktop. As if it happened before, but he never stated it. And then he's saying that his game lagged.
Oh, no way. He's got him up.
I'm going back. My game's crashed. I'm going like 1. Took over my computer, man.
He's going like 1 point something FPS. Someone took over my computer, man. That is his evidence that someone is taking over his computer. In the very same video, I, for example, also could show this comment here, which shows argument of pig-headedness. You can pause to read it all. I can pop it out so you can see even more. But notice the part. Joe have an excuse for everything. Everything. Joe comes with excuses for everything. This is it, this is it, this is it, this is it. He says he has 32 gigs of RAM running the game in 4K with a 4090 graphics card. But he's not showing it. He's not showing, I have this here. So what's your next argument? He's not doing that. What does he do? He makes another clip.
Fucking bitch crew.
Language.
I don't know.
The game's just fucking empty.
Why am I going to fucking desktop, mate? Oh, someone's taking over
Yeah,
my
mine
computer
just
again.
did that. No, mine just went to death. For whatever reason. Yep. So. Oh, fucking double wham.
Something took something literally took control of my computer then. That time, not even
Yeah,
me.
I'm not going to deny it.
Now, see, notice what's happening in the conversation. I will go back a little bit, but there are two noticeably huge indicators that this here is false. I will show this one first, comment on it, and then go a little further back and show you more.
Actually took control of my computer then. That time, not even
Yeah,
me.
I'm not going to deny it. No, I'm not even going to deny it. For some reason, mine bounced to desktop.
There. His cousin is interrupting him. That is a rude interruption or agreement without actually agreeing. Why do people do that? Because logically, what more is there to discuss after an agreement? What more can you discuss after agreeing? Someone took over my computer. No, they didn't. Yeah, they did, and this is how they did it, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Someone took over my computer. Yeah, they did. And they also happened to mine. I agree. Okay. And that's how Joe responded. 12.
To desktop.
Yeah.
As well.
See? Just simply. Yeah. Like, he's not allowed to cry about it even more. Because there is nothing he can say to further argue that someone took over his computer. His cousin is randomly agreeing with him, so he does not need to add more evidence. So he's out of, like, rage. And if you listen once more, this is earlier in the very same clip. If you listen once more.
Why am I going to fucking desktop, mate? Oh, someone's taking over
Yeah,
my
mine
computer
just
again.
did that. No, mine just went to desktop.
Bingo. Joe is not allowed to talk about this even further. The agreement is already there. So, like, he's not allowed to talk further about it. And also, this here could be a server issue. Could be a DDoS. You don't need the server icons to show you that you have a faulty file. You could verify the game files for Steam, for example. If there is an error, or if there not even is an error in the game files, there could be an error on the server side, and it will not necessarily show because the indicators up there does not show file errors on the server. But Joe does not know that. He was explained that plenty of times. We have one here actually doing it, and then we have one here actually doing it. Joe is ignoring it. We have one here with IT experience. Like here, he says that he has 15 plus years for computers and IT security, so he knows it. Like everywhere. You can pause to read. I will just fold it out a little extra. But Joe is denying everything, every possibility there is for actual reasons and arguments and logic to tell you what's happening. But you need to take Joe's words for it. You need to go with Joe's argument. Otherwise, he will censor you from his channel. Like, I found this amazing clip here. Joe here is saying you must do all his claiming. I couldn't help myself. That was perfectly matching how Joe Blue is talking. Perfectly matching it. What do I mean by that? This is him donkeying. This is him donkeying. This here is him donkeying. This here is him donkeying. Like, he's bursting out, claiming others does not have any evidence. And the only valid evidence is what he says. Like, it's hilarious when you know how Joe operates. Because he thinks you cannot dictate. Well, he thinks you cannot dictate what is good evidence and what is not. This is pure. We say the evidence is not good enough. This is pure arrogance. Who made you the authority to determine that to determine the evidence is not good enough? The very same person who made you the authority, Joe, to determine our counter argument against you is not logical enough. It's not realistic enough. That very same person who gave you that authority gave us the same authority. That very same person, Joe. The very same person. And this one here is amazing. You can't say I'm bad at the game. So how come you can only state it and never back it up? Like, this here is Joe's standard response to everything. But this was just a quick catch up. This was just a quick catch up to some of Joe's ludicrousy. And it was great because it further goes to show like how insane his entire channel is. He thinks he's catching cheaters by crying wolf at everything and everyone. He thinks he's better than Shroud too, because Shroud spent a majority of his time doing nothing in this aim labs. He thinks that he's better than Jack Frax because he shoots more straight than Jack Frax does, apparently. But yeah, I recommend you to watch some of these. For example, the Shroud video. For example, also the Gen Snake. This one here is great. The 23, 23-1, and 23-2. Like, watch those also. These here are hilarious in comparison. Because he thinks he's right about everything and he will never admit to being wrong. I was wrong. Wah. Like, even here, he's making fun of it. So he does not believe he can be wrong at anything. That is why my channel exists. To constantly prove Joe Blue is wrong.